Guys, lovely to see you. Lovely to see you.
Yes.
Go on then, JFK. What's this all about?
Well, my theory is this is just another Trump diversion tactic.
The files have been released.
So they've released 2,800 files, but essentially Trump has said all along that I'm releasing all the files despite the despite the FBI advising not to do this because of government security. And then all of a sudden they haven't released all of the files. There's still a whole stack that are redacted, and I just think it's a diversion tactic, is the honest answer.
So what we
I think Trump is a scaremonger. I really do. I cannot abide that man, and I think he's just trying to attract attention to himself.
Okay, forget Trump, right?
Why do you do
I mean, it's one of the biggest conspiracies in the world, right?
Yeah.
When it comes to this particular conspiracy, what have we learnt from these files being released?
We haven't seen them yet, and I don't think that probably an awful lot more significant will happen. I think we probably know the majority of the facts now, and if that's the case, Trump is just trying to attract attention to himself.
So, do you believe the facts as they stand at the moment in regards to the assassination of JFK?
I think the US government was involved. I do believe the conspiracy, but with the facts that have been released, there's a bit about, obviously, his trip down to Mexico, the KGB involvement. Then they're obviously trying to throw some mud against the incoming president after Kennedy. There's a bit about the exploding shellfish for the Fidel Castro assassination. So there's nothing of significance at all.
No, but I do think that Lee Harvey Oswald was not responsible for it. I think that he got a $21 rifle from online. That could not possibly have got from the building down to where the
We're going to move on because I don't know and I don't care. So next up, some great news. Hogmanay is out. This is some great news. It's a great lineup.
Oh, it's a very good lineup.
Brilliant,
there are loads more stages this year than there have been before. And they're going to be, and there's going to be a mix of traditional with new modern live music as well.
So Rag and Bone Man there as well.
Fantastic.
But the one that I liked is Nightworks. That sounds really good. I think that's going to be a really good gig there.
It sounds quite boring to me.
Why?
Rag and Bone Man. His songs are quite slow. It's not a party atmosphere for me.
It's always freezing in Edinburgh, let's be honest.
It's going to be, it's a great lineup and it's going to be some fantastic celebrations. It always
Thanks,
is.
guys.
Thank you very much. Now, I don't know what...
You've been sat there for the hour watching him cook away and the smells are
the
gorgeous.
smell wafting over from the kitchen. Lovely. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
No, it is the smell.
Tuck in, guys.
So tuck in and let's be the judge of whether or not Matt was done in regards to MasterChef or whether or not he should have won it.
Well, Gary's cooked for me on here before as well, so I can't. I would be part of it. I would have.
Well, I'm very honoured to have a MasterChef finalist cook my dinner this evening, so thank you, despite you, Ewan.
Do you know what?
Exactly.
I've tasted Gary's food on the show, and that beats anything that Gary's done.
Someone send an email to Marcus Waring and tell him that.
I'm just creating a rivalry right here and now.
Wasn't I being much better though?
That's got an amazing amount of spice and
it's got a bit
as
of punch.
it really does.
It's lovely.
Just stew it down, but people can sort of mess about with the spices and have as much or as little as they want.
That's
So what
stunning.
spices are in there again?
Some cayenne pepper and some chili flakes, and that's it.
right,
Really,
okay.
really simple, but it's cooked out right at the beginning to extract all that flavour, then it all just goes back in with the chicken stock and the reduction.
There you go.
I love the hand movements as
Yeah, I
well.
can't not do that. Talking about food and talking about hands.
No, it's brilliant,
It's
honestly.
absolutely delicious. It really is. Yeah.
Very, very good.
Caught your eye.
Yes.
Are we talking Liam Gallagher?
Yes.
Well,
Well,
yeah.
I will just say, on the site about Liam Gallagher, they've got the dates wrong. We just need, if the closing date, they say, is the 30th of November. Well, actually, the shoot for anybody who wants to join in his next video, they're going to be filming it here in Glasgow.
That's
not
one.
Liam Gallagher.
That's the next one.
Sorry, I thought you said you
That was Jamie Oliver. Yes, no, go,
Liam Gallagher.
Liam Gallagher, right? Okay, they've got the dates wrong, so they're inviting people to go and film with him in his next video. But the filming is going to take place on the 6th of November, and they've said the closing date for entries is the 30th of November. So just go to Liam's site now, and you can get on.
Okay, perfect. So, is it something a lot of Scottish fans will want to get involved in?
Yes, and do you know what I love about this? Liam Gallagher's really known for having, should we say, a bit of a colourful personality. And he's chosen Glasgow out of all the places, so I think it's brilliant. But I'd love to see behind the scenes. I bet there's some crazy stories on there. Yeah. So, no, I think it's great. It's Glasgow, it's another thing, isn't it?
I think it's a brilliant idea. Yeah, I think I would love it. Yeah.
No, it is. It's great to be part of, and we'll go on to talk about something that this definitely isn't. rubbish food, fast food.
absolutely.
They're talking about the fact that Jamie Oliver is saying this is a great thing, that they're banning adverts, or Scottish Government are really looking to take action on this, aren't they?
And try and get rid of junk food in children. And I think the thing is, what we've got to do is we've got to keep hammering home this message about cooking at home and preparing and educating children, young people, how to eat more healthily, and including things like the Seafood in Schools project, which is getting children to eat more seafood, which is much more healthy.
Martin, I've got 3 children. The difficulty
I'm gonna eat
of
your
trying
food
to get your kids to even go anywhere near a bit of fish or a prawn or a bit of sea or whatever it might be, it is an absolute no, it is. It's a nightmare, Martin.
Lorraine and I had a chat. You were saying that, didn't you? You brought your daughter up on everything, and she had to eat everything.
I didn't bring her up in seafood, but she will eat everything now. But then I was probably quite a Victorian fascist mum, so.
But do you think
But generally speaking, it's really
Carry
difficult.
on.
I get quite defensive of that because everyone makes it sound so easy.
And
You can
it's
suddenly
not.
change a child's dietary requirements and what they like and what they don't like. It's not as easy as just
But
we're
you
going
get
to do
them
this.
involved in the cooking process,
no, I understand.
rather than just putting the food in front of them.
Martin.
Should we just eat?
I mean, the kids, leave this to Ewan and Martin.
But I think there's a lot of parents out there like me who are listening to you going, no, hold on a minute, you're kind of like going, we should do that, we should be doing that, we should be yeah, it's all great and good, but trying to put it into reality is so
Absolutely.
difficult.
But if it could be even for 5 minutes out of a whole week, just encourage it.
Is it about educating the nation, though? Because looking at the statistics, apparently 2/3 of Scottish adults are overweight.
Yes,
We're looking
I
at
agree.
65% of the Scottish population overweight.
Yeah.
It's an overhaul. It's not about children. It's about everything.
It
Lorraine.
is
What
about
do you
everything.
think?
Yeah, no, I agree. It's about educating. It's also about starting from, right the way back from maternity, from health centres, from midwives, but supporting people. Now, you said something at this meal, correct me if I'm wrong, for 5 of us here, was less than £9, and it tastes beautiful. So cost shouldn't be an issue. But it's not a quick fix, I agree, and every child is different, so we have to try and not, judge everyone by a certain criteria, because it's hard.
And should we be continuing, though, because the story here obviously is that Jamie Oliver is saying that we should be banning these adverts. We should be looking at getting rid of adverts outside sort of venues that lots of children are going to, play parks. We shouldn't have the advertising, and we shouldn't have like the cheap sweets, the pound bags of chocolate. I mean,
that is responsible.
Government. Is it the government?
Retailers
Should they be
as well.
doing it?
I think that's right.
Should
and
there
if we
be
look
legislation?
back to previous ads where, there were smoking adverts and various other bits, alcohol, whatever, and of course as we evolve then we realise that actually that's terribly unhealthy and that's really bad. So the government has to legislate about these things. So I agree with you, there is an element of that as well.
Yeah.
So.
We want so much government interference. The parents at the end of the day should know within themselves what's right and wrong, what's good and bad for their kids.
We've done again
I think we
this
try
time
to
as
ram
well.
it down their throat like Jamie Oliver's trying to do. I think it puts a lot of parents off and go, no, I'm not getting involved. You're doing my head in, shut up.
Just
Good point. Shut up. Thank you very much, all of you, for joining us. Matt, it was great to have you on the show. Thank you. Thankfully, that is it for Friday. Have a great week.